Welcome to this week's St. Clair County Board of Commissioners meeting. The types of business that occur at these meetings include public hearings, official voting on actions by the Board of Commissioners, presentations by departments of the county, and recognition of service that makes our county great. As your elected representatives, the St. Clair County Board of Commissioners is committed to improving the lives of all our residents while preparing county government to meet the demands of the future. In order to do that, we need to share our thoughts and plans with you. More importantly, we need you to share your thoughts, concerns, and opinions with us. We encourage you to come and experience the process by attending any of these meetings. They occur every first and third Thursday of the month at 6 p.m. at the St. Clair County Administration Building at 200 Grand River Avenue in Port Huron.
I'd like to call to order the Board of Commissioners meeting of February 21st, 2019. If we could stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk would take the roll, please.
Commissioner McConnell.
Here.
Tamian.
Here.
Commissioner Heidemann.
Here.
Commissioner Dunn.
Here.
Commissioner Rushing.
Here.
Commissioner Bohm. Vice Chair Graytop.
Here. We have an addition, if somebody will fix me on that, please.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we add the appointment of a Homeland Security Emergency Management Director to the agenda.
Support. Would you like that to be letter H? 7H.
That'd be fine.
All righty. I have a motion and a support discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nobody.
Make the motion, we approve the agenda as modified.
Support.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Nobody opposed? Motion carries. Minutes of previous meetings, A and B.
Mr. Chair, I move the approval of the approval and file of the minutes of the January 19, 2019 Commission meeting and the February 7, 2019 Standing Committee meetings.
Support. Discussion, anybody? I do have one item on Environmental Public Works Committee. We have Commissioner called the meeting to order without the name Bohm in there, so we need to insert Bohm as the commissioner that called that meeting to order.
It's environmental.
That was on Environmental Public Works meeting. We just didn't have his name in there. With that correction, anything else? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. I probably didn't need to do that, but I want you guys to know that I do read the minutes.
Somebody told you that.
You're right.
Or it's read to them, you know.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. Item 7, consent agenda. Oh, I'm sorry, let's do a proclamation first. 6A.
Is Jeff's not going to be here tonight?
No,
Is
he's
anybody
not.
here? Okay, so we are going to, I make a motion to approve the proclamation recognizing Jeff Freeland's years of service to St. Clair County.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion to support. Any discussion? I will take that to his retirement party, which is coming up in the very near future, and do a presentation there. I would assume you'll be there also. Good, okay. We'll do that presentation there. Anything else on the proclamation? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, consent agenda, A, B, and C.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the consent agenda consisting of the summary of budget to actual for January 2019, our contract renewal for the Blue Cloud for Library Services Platform, and the Friends of the St. Clair River Stewardship Agreement.
Support.
Motion support. Discussion. Anybody got to pull anything out of the consent agenda and talk about it? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Report of standing committees. Let's start down with Commissioner McConnell.
We had our meeting this morning, healthcare fund. It was a December 31st statement, which showed that we had a little bit of a loss because of December, basically. That's when most of the fund was doing good until December. We've already recovered everything that we lost and gained a little bit when we looked at the year-to-date numbers as of February 19th. But still, we're going to see it when the report gets published at the end of the year. The numbers are what they are. So it turned out to be a 2% loss for the roughly, right, 2.2 or 2.3, I don't remember.
Over.
Overall loss for the year, which we're still at a 5.7% on a 10-year average in that account. So it's doing what it's supposed to do in the long run. It's just that you hate to go for those dips.
I think the year before was a stellar year, wasn't it?
12%.
12%?
Yeah, the year before.
So,
Makes you look really good when you sit there and listen to the numbers. But
okay. Anything else?
that's it. Thank you.
Commissioner Tamian?
No, actually, the first meeting of the year for both SEMCOG and AAA1B is tomorrow.
That's it?
That's it?
Commissioner Heidemann?
Nothing at this time?
Mark that down.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Write that down. Commissioner Rushing?
Nothing tonight.
All right. No, sir. Oh, my goodness. I will take a pass then to keep this meeting moving forward. Any citizens wishing to address judiciary and public safety? Going once, twice, gone. No unfinished business, no new business. Oh, yes, there is. Turn it over. Item A, approval of county disbursements for January.
At this time, I'd like to move to approve the county disbursements for November. This can't be right.
17.
Why does this say November 2018?
Starts with a J.
I'm sorry, what?
Starts with a J. You're just misreading. You had your
J.
glasses on your forehead.
January.
This time, I'd like to approve the county disbursements for January 2019 in the amount of $17,837,914.94.
Support.
Discussion. Roll call.
Commissioner McConnell.
Yes.
Commissioner Rushing. Yes. Commissioner Dunn.
Yes.
Commissioner Tamian.
Yes.
Commissioner Heidemann.
Yes.
Vice Chair Greatop.
Yes. Item B, Pulaski Excavating Additional Work 2018.
Mr. Chair, I move the approval of the increase of $31,482.05 for the Tansky excavating contract for the landfill.
Support.
I have a motion and a support. We did discuss this at the committee level. I think Matt was up there telling us about it and what's going on. Any other questions or discussion on it? Hearing none, all in favor? Oh, let's do a roll call. Let's do a roll call, guys.
Commissioner Dunn.
Yes.
Commissioner Heidemann.
Yes.
Commissioner Rushing. Yes. Commissioner Tamian.
Yes.
Commissioner McConnell.
Yes.
Vice Chair Greatop.
Yes. Item C, fiscal year 2019 Burn Justice Assistance Grant Application.
Mr. Chairman, I move the approval of the 2019 Burn Justice Assistance Grant in the amount of $54,790.
Support.
Motion and support. There is no match on this one. It's a straight-up grant of $54,790. Questions, discussions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Anybody opposed? Okay, motion carries. Item D, fiscal year 2019 Marine Safety Program Grant Application.
Mr. Chairman, I would move to approve the 2019 fiscal year Marine Safety Program Grant Application in the amount of $313,335.
Support.
Okay, I have a motion and support. This one does require a 25% match, which has been covered. Discussion? Roll call?
Commissioner Dunn.
Yes.
Commissioner Rushing. Yes. Commissioner Heidemann.
Yes.
Commissioner McConnell.
Yes.
Commissioner Tamian.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Greatop.
Yes. Item E, replacement door frames, administration building.
I would make a motion to award the St. Clair County Administration Building entry door frame project to Port Huron Glass in an amount not to exceed $15,500.
Support.
Discussion? Nice to see business being done locally. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Rushing. Yes. Commissioner Heidemann.
Yes.
Commissioner McConnell,
Yes.
Commissioner Tamian,
Yes.
Commissioner Dunn,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Greatop.
Yes. Fiscal year, fiscal year 2019 Recycling Infrastructure Grant Program at the landfill. Did we have this before?
No, this was
marked-
not at committee.
This is marked final action, guys, so if you have questions, I see Matt's in the audience, so let's get a motion first.
Okay, this is for final action. I'd like to move to approve the recycling infrastructure grant application, the total amount of $129,500 for the Smiths Creek landfill.
Second.
All right, we do have a match on this one. Matt, do you have anything you want to add to this, or is this pretty much straightforward?
Well, I put it in the memo. If you got more questions, I'm happy to share.
Okay. You guys read the memo? Any discussion? Questions? For final action, then, roll call.
Commissioner Tamian,
Yes.
Commissioner Dunn,
Yes.
Commissioner Heidemann,
Yes.
Commissioner Rushing,
Yes.
Commissioner McConnell,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Greatop.
Yes. Item G, letter of understanding between the prosecuting attorney and the sheriff's department regarding drug forfeiture.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the letter of understanding between the prosecuting attorney and the sheriff department outlining the distribution of forfeiture proceeds.
Support.
Okay, we have a motion and support, discussion. Prosecutor Wendling's in the audience, if you guys have any questions for him.
Cut and dry. They both signed and agreed, and
They're big boys, they get along. All right. All in favor, then?
Aye.
aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion carries. Thanks for coming, Mike. Item H is appointment of Homeland Security Emergency Management Director. As most of you know, well, let's get a motion first. Somebody has that?
I would make a motion to appoint Justin Westmiller at the St. Clair County Homeland Security Emergency Management Director as of February 14th, 2019.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and support. Most of you know that Jeff Friedland is retiring, and Justin, if you would, Justin, jump up there for a few minutes and give us just a real quick 2 or 3 minutes, 2 or 3 words on a short bio. I know your background, but a lot of these guys don't, and the audience may not.
Sure. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Justin Westmiller. Spent just over 20 years in the Coast Guard, spent almost 10 years of it in the southeastern Michigan area. 2010 to 2013, I was the Chief of Search and Rescue and Chief of the Command Center for the Coast Guard here in the southeastern Michigan area. When I retired, I was the Deputy Director of the National Search and Rescue School. Upon retirement, I took a couple of different jobs, one with Michelin as the Director of Health and Safety for one of their tire plants. And then I spent a year with an environmental company here just before taking this job. I'm really excited to serve the citizens of St. Clair County. I'm a lifelong resident, even though I spent 20 years traveling around with the Coast Guard. My wife is from Marysville, I'm from St. Clair, and I can't wait to continue working with everybody, so.
Saints versus Vikings, huh?
Every day.
Every day, huh?
Go Vikings.
My wife keeps saying that it's God's country in Marysville, so we ended up in Marysville, so.
Anybody have any questions or
That was a good
comments?
choice, good choice where you chose to live.
Yes, sir.
Well, good choice, because he listened to his wife.
Any
That's
questions?
right.
Any questions for Justin? Any comments? I think he'll be under your jurisdiction to a certain extent there, Commissioner McConnell.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I like your experience. We just so happen to have a lot of water that surrounds us, and you've got a lot of experience in the water, so that's a...
I do have to
Plus,
say
plus.
that Justin and I have been on the phone and on the text messaging for the last few days with the high water and the ice going down. We've kind of been in touch with each other. Wants to know what it looks like down my way. I want to know when he's going to clear it up, and, you know.
Yeah, I think some of that is up to Mother Nature, but we'll work as much as we can to make it all
And
work
that's
out.
just a teeny tiny piece of what you're going to be doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anything else for Justin?
Just to mention that we do have the most shoreline of any county in Michigan.
Certainly. Yeah. And we have some of the most critical infrastructure in the entire state, so.
Yeah, we did had, at the last meeting, we had some comments. One of the things that we did talk about, Justin was there, the fire out at Semco's gas
Yes.
pumping station out there. and what that might have meant to us, and Justin was right on top of it. There were some suggestions that came out of the meeting of adding that into our critical areas and things of that nature. We just don't realize how important that is, and what we have in this area. Maybe we should keep it a secret so nobody knows, but there's a tremendous amount of gas and oil and other things of that nature that travel through this county.
Well, and things like that, we're working with the state right now. There's a report due by industry at the end of June on that topic, and we're working with the state to provide some information from our county, so.
Good. Anything else? Do we have to swear him in, Carrie, or anything like that? No. I guess you're in, buddy.
All right, thanks, everybody.
All right. Thanks, Justin, for coming. Good.
All in favor?
Yeah, you gotta, he's not in until you ask for the vote.
All in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed to Justin? Looks like you're in, buddy. Thank you. Administrators report.
Our renovations at Marine City District Court Courthouse are moving along right now on target, and we still anticipate that those will be complete by the end of April. We have some small renovations that are also happening at our Port Huron Courthouse, basically soundproofing of certain rooms that were a requirement of the MIDC. We do have to be in compliance with all first four of the standards by May 27th, and right now we are kind of on target to do that. We have an RFP that's going to be going out for the council at first appearance, and we hope to have that started and completed by the end of May as well.
What is it, MIDC?
The Michigan Indigent Defense Commission. Our courthouse elevator repairs have been complete. There was, on and off with different elevators. So our maintenance office is also looking at a second backup option that would involve a chairlift on the third floor. So if one of the banks of elevators is not working, the other set could be used and someone could still get from that raised section on the third floor to the other set of elevators. So we are looking into getting that complete here this year. Reminder that our legislative lunch is on Monday. Agendas did go out today. And Wednesday here in the auditorium is the Blue Meets Green retreat. If anyone has not signed up, there is still time. If you want to let me know, I can get you signed up for that. That's it.
I would move that we accept the administrator's report as presented.
Support.
Any comments, discussion, questions for the administrator? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Miscellaneous business. Anybody have anything to come in for this board for the good of the board or the good of the public? All right, ready to receive and file then, guys.
Mr. Chair, I move to receive and file packets that were sent to the commissioners, packets at their places, and other information presented.
Support. Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Nobody's opposed, motion carries. We're going for closed session, so we need a motion, guys.
Mr. Chairman, I'd move,
Red folder.
we move to closed session for the purpose of discussing collective bargaining negotiation strategy and to adjourn immediately following.
Support.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is